Have you ever thought about what cozy game best represents your zodiac sign? In this video, I'm going to tell you what cozy game you should play based on your zodiac sign. Let's get into it. Welcome if you're new here, welcome back. I'm Angel, lover of cozy games, lover of cozy life. I am a triple water sign and I love astrology. So I thought it would be fun to go through each of the zodiacs and recommend a cozy game based off of some of the characteristics. Now, keep in mind, this is just my personal opinion. This is just for fun, but let me know in the comments if you agree, if you've played the cozy game that I recommend, and if you recommend something else instead. All right, let's start with water signs because I'm a water sign. For Cancer, I think about nurture, taking care of the people that you love, the environment. How can you create a comfy, cozy space? How can you cook for other people, right? You should play Animal Crossing. I feel like Animal Crossing is a great representation of all things Cancer. You can gift and care for your villagers, you can cook, decorate your own home, like really make your space a cozy space, and it just screams Cancer to me. For my Pisces, a little bit more emotional, I would say. I would say the most emotional out of the three zodiac signs. Very in touch with your emotions, very sentimental, loving, caring. So for Pisces, I recommend When the Past Was Around. When the Past Was Around is beautiful. It tells this both heartwarming and heartbreaking story. I can definitely see Pisces really loving the ups and downs of this and being able to appreciate highs and kind of sit with the sadness for some of the lows. So my Pisces, definitely give this game a try if you have not already. It is a point and click puzzle game and it's relatively short. For my Scorpios, I think of caring and sentimental, emotional, but also with some darkness, some seriousness. Oh, I recommend Cult of the Lamb for Scorpios. You are a resurrected lamb that is recruiting people into your cult while fighting bosses and sort of clearing this pathway for your master, essentially. You do care for your cult members and you take care of them in the same way that you would in like an Animal Crossing, but there is this darkness to the game in knowing that you've been resurrected, knowing that you are a cult leader. It feels like the perfect combination for my Scorpios. Alrighty, that wraps up my water signs. Let's get into air signs. Aquarius. Oh, I feel like y'all are misunderstood. I think that you get this rep of like being so standoffish and uncaring almost. I would argue that it's the opposite. You really don't want to waste your time with things that don't have a big impact, and you care so much sometimes that, you know, you're going to just be straightforward with it. When I think about Aquarius, I think about Garden Story. In Garden Story, you are fighting to make change for your community. There is this darkness that's taking over. You have to be the one that gets to the bottom of it and fights back. And so I feel that Aquariuses can definitely get behind something that is for the greater good. They are fighting for community. When I think about Garden Story, it's cute and can be cozy in its own way, but there is a very important mission essentially tied to it and screams Aquarius to me. Okay, for my Libras, I think about beauty, bringing like light and color into a space and shining outward or sharing your shine. So for Libras, I recommend Chicory, A Colorful Tale. Now you are responsible for literally bringing color back into your world after Chicory, the artist, goes missing. You move through puzzles, you try to uncover, you know, the mystery of what's happened to Chicory, but you paint each space and are responsible for bringing back this vibrance in the world. If that's not Libra, I don't know what is. For Gemini, I also feel like y'all are misunderstood. You get this bad rep, but I love Gemini. For my Geminis, I know that y'all can commit, you can have a good time, but also I know that you'll be getting bored. When I think about a cozy game that would be a good recommendation, I recommend Wildflowers. You get all of the satisfaction from your typical farming sim, so you tend to your crops, your animals, etc. But also there is this witchy spin in the fact that you're on this journey becoming a witch. You can brew potions at night, so it has like this little bit of darkness too. this is a screaming Gemini to me. It's like the best of both worlds, and there's so much to do, so you definitely won't get bored. Highly recommend. I'm playing Wildflowers right now. It is so addicting, so wonderful. That wraps it up for my air signs. Moving on to earth signs. For my Tauruses, I think about like connecting with nature and connecting with greenery, but also being in a position where you sort of have a bit of control and can kind of make some decisions. So I recommend strange horticulture for my Tauruses. In this game, you're uncovering a dark mystery, but also you are figuring out different plants and how these plants can help your customers, learning more about being a horticulturist and the power that lies within being able to help some of these people. There are multiple endings to this game as well, so what you say, what you do does have an impact on how the gameplay works out overall. I think it's a great game for Tauruses. For my Virgos, I know y'all like to have a little bit of control as well. The organization piece, right? Like you want it to be your way, which I love. So for my Virgos, I recommend unpacking. Now in unpacking, you unpack your way through the experiences of the main character, but you have control over where you are placing these items throughout the different rooms and the different spaces. So this will really give you a chance to shine in terms of your organization, and also the story of unpacking is just so wonderful. It's one of my favorite games, so check it out, Virgos. For my Capricorns, I think about being in charge, also like getting your money, stacking your coin, right? But from a cozy perspective, what does that look like? So for my Capricorns, I recommend bed and breakfast. You do run a B&B in the forest, and as you're exploring through the game, you uncover other locations that you can turn into B&Bs as well. So from a Capricorn perspective, it's like you're making your legacy, you're making your money, right? You do get to decorate your B&Bs, tend to your customers' needs, and also uncover the secrets of the forest and the secrets of the game. So if you're a Capricorn, you haven't tried bed and breakfast, definitely give it a try. Alrighty, that is it for my earth signs. Let's talk about my fire signs. Oof, I had to save y'all for last. Alrighty, for my Leos, I do think of like a mini fireball, but also someone who is very loyal, like committed, and wanting to do what it takes to make it happen. You're gonna do it and do it with style and beauty as well. So for my Leos, I recommend Disney Dreamlight Valley. I think this is the perfect game to have control over certain aspects, like make change in how you are building up the valley, kind of solving some of these problems. Also, there's this beauty and this grace in interacting with like some of the Disney characters, some of the princesses. And this just screams Leo to me. So my Leos, if you've tried it, let me know what you think in the comments. For Aries, okay, when I think about Aries, and when I think about what would be satisfying and relaxing for my Aries, I think about winning. I think about competing. I think about being number one. And that is fun and enjoyable. So for my Aries, I recommend Mario Kart. This is a game where if you're winning, it's fun, right? Like there is a challenge in getting to be number one, but you get to be pretty badass in how you drive your car and how you drive off competitors and the characters that you choose. Again, if you can come out on top, that's a good time. So for my Aries, definitely recommend Mario Kart. And finally, Sagittarius. All right, when I think about Sagittarius, I think about a little bit of chaos. I think about controlled chaos for the most part. And so I think about this like fiery will and the want to shake things up a bit. So for my Sagittarius, I recommend Untitled Goose Game. Now in Untitled Goose Game, you play as a goose who is like literally tormenting and creating chaos throughout the town. This is such a funny game though, and it's a co-op game, so you could play with someone else. When I think about chaos, organized chaos, definitely Untitled Goose Game. It is one of my top favorite games too. I was playing by myself and cracking up. Sagittarius, if you haven't tried it, definitely give Untitled Goose Game a try. All right, my cozy friends, that is it. That is all of my zodiac sign recommendations. Again, please let me know in the comments, do you agree? Do you think that there's a better game suited for your zodiac sign? Or just tell me what your big three is. Again, I'm a triple water sign, always so curious about what other people are as well. Thank you so much for watching. Please like this video if you thought it was helpful, and I will see you in the next video.